is an essential tool for all of us to learn before we go to university or college. Don't you hate those days when you have a big test the next day and you forget everything you learned from the teacher? So now you have to study the whole textbook. With little time on your hand, you give up. With proper note-taking strategies, this problem will never occur to you ever again. But how can you take proper note-taking strategies? A strategy that I use is highlighting important sentences from the text. So basically, filtering out the important information in a paragraph. So when you're studying, all you gotta do is just look back to the highlighted text that you highlighted. Another strategy that I use is spacing out. As I take notes, I space out important text from the other important text to make it easy for me to read, instead of clustering all the text together. A strategy that I plan on implementing in the future is acronyms. Acronyms. So instead of using big words to remember, such as big meanings such as rest, ice, compression, and elevation, you can basically just write RICE, rice. This will help you a lot by making your notes short and easy to read. Another strategy that I don't use but I'm gonna use is symbols. Symbols. So, for example, like an arrow pointing up to indicate to indicate up, a picture of a house to indicate a house. This will make your notes short and easy to read again. I give myself a 7 out of 10 for note taking. I'm still learning how to note take, like using symbols and acronyms. I'm not an expert on this topic, but I'm slowly training on becoming one. Because I know this is essential to my learning in the future. I hope you understand how much note taking will change your life. I hope you understood that when you note take, you should always highlight the important text from a paragraph. You should always space out information you're given to make it easy to read, and also use acronyms and symbols again to make it short and easy to read. And that's it.